I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia for the 40th Annual Atlanta Film Festival. Founded 40 years ago in 1976 by a group of film enthusiasts, the Atlanta Film Festival is one of only 24 Academy Award qualifying festivals in the United States. One of the best things about the Atlanta Film Festival is the volunteers. They always do their job with a smile on their face. Whether they're driving around a shuttle, helping to keep things moving at an event, or helping out filmmakers and visitors in the Filmmakers Lounge, the Atlanta Film Festival is run by the power of volunteers, many of whom aren't just here for their love of film, they're also here gaining some valuable experience.
I came in with no expectations. I know they say a lot of people you have a chance to network and meet a lot of great people as a volunteer. And it's been just beyond that. Like the whole Atlanta Film Festival team, the whole staff has just taken everyone in like a family. We treat each other as a family. We look out for each other, and, we help each other throughout this whole process, because you really do need a team to run this whole thing. And for someone that came in ignorant to how festivals are run and how they operate, I've just been mind blown the entire time, because it's just been outstanding. This has been, again, one of the greatest experiences in my life, both professionally and just working with other people. So I'm very thankful for the opportunity and glad that I went to do this, to volunteer.
As far as ticket prices, the Atlanta Film Festival offers many different price points. On the high end, there's the producer's badge at $750, granting you and a +1 full access to parties, films, and events, as well as free festival merchandise. Next, at $350 is the all access badge with 8 buddy passes, access to film and events, plus a 20% merchandise discount. Next is the Film and Conference badge at $250, followed by the Film badge at $150, and last but not least, the Movie Hopper badge at $50. If you're on a budget, I highly recommend you get the Movie Hopper pass. At $50, it's a really great bargain. The spring weather in Atlanta can be a little unpredictable. Overnight, the weather can change from warm and sunny to cool and overcast. Your best bet is to dress in layers. The Atlanta Red Carpet is the place to be if you want to meet some of your favorite stars, some of your favorite directors. You want to make sure you come out early so you don't miss the red carpet. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. It's great to be here.
Great. You're from my hometown, New Orleans.
Oh.
So yeah. So how was filming in Atlanta? I know that there are a lot of New Orleans transplants here. How did you find filming in Atlanta?
Well, this is my 4th project here. I love shooting in Atlanta.
And a lot of people know you from your work on The Wire and Treme, which was a stupendous depiction of New Orleans. What can your fans expect from you in this film?
Well, I hope a true depiction of Clarence Thomas, who is an enigma, but at the same time, he was a man at the pinnacle of his career, about to summit to its highest seat when events from his past come and challenge that. And so that is something that is not even political, that we all can understand when someone challenges who you are and your character, the personal journey of reflection that you have to go on to defend yourself and reflect on who you are and who you thought you were, and how you're perceived and what's important to you. And I was surprised that I must confess that I had preconceived notions about the justice, but I was surprised and had an epiphany and realized that it's not how little we had in common, how much we had in common. And I was able to find a commonality and love of family. 2 African-American families, 5 generations in the South, going back to slavery and working as farmers, and then realizing that education is of a great premium. So you will find an actor portraying a man that he come to have a great understanding about, and I look forward to meeting him one day.
The panels are a great opportunity to come out and meet a lot of great folks, ask a lot of great questions in the industry. Right now, I just went to one hosted by Pinewood Studios here in Atlanta. On top of panel discussions hosted by well-known studios like Pinewood, there are also opportunities for hands-on collaborations. You can work with animators to create a short stop-motion film or sit and chat with documentary filmmakers. All are excellent opportunities to get up close and personal with the film industry. Earlier today, I missed a panel discussion with William H. Macy, and like I said before, you want to make sure you show up really early, even if you have an all-access pass, because admission is not guaranteed. With 200 films and 150 events happening at more than 6 different venues around the city, you want to make sure that you get to see and do all the things that you have on your list. The Atlanta Film Festival knows how to host a party. I've been to a lot of really good ones, but tonight I'm super excited because it's Sound and Vision at Ponce City Market. A lot of local bands are playing and Big Frida is headlining. I'm gonna head back to my room and change, but I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm here at Ponce City Market waiting for Atlanta Film Festival's Sound and Vision event to get started. Right now there aren't a lot of people here, but it's bound to be a good time because a lot of local artists are going to be playing, and Big Frida is going to play at 10 o'clock.
I'm part of the VJ crew, so what we're doing is we're live mixing videos and graphics for the performers. So like what we do is just, it's like DJing but with video. My professor selected us because he's a part of the festival, so he chose us to do this particular event with him. And so I pretty much had like a couple of days to just sort of get everything together, like all of my material, and just sort of like get it all together so that way we can do this, help out with the show tonight. It's kind of amazing. Like, I love Big Frida, and like I love the music, I love the energy, and with the work that I do, like it's just like I know I can bring it with her, and I know I can just sort of bring that energy and help that energy, and just sort of, I don't know, it's exciting. I can't really put it into words.
Well, Bounce has been around for over 2 decades, and I'm just on the forefront of it and representing it, but there's many pioneers that come before me, such as legends as DJ Jubilee, Miss T. Cheeky Black, Fit Waweeby, Partners in Crime, DJ Jimmy, DJ Urban, so many others who I have to pay homage to, who have paved the way for me to keep spreading the goodness and gospel of bounce music. working on all new projects, keeping the fans engaged and keep on building my brand.
Big Frida is turning it up and the crowd is going crazy. Big Freed is all done. The crowd had a fantastic time. Atlanta Film Festival totally turned it up this year. It was fantastic. I can't wait for the rest of the weekend with red carpets, more films, more parties. Atlanta, you're doing a fantastic job. The one thing I love about the Atlanta Film Festival is that they have something for everybody. I just saw a fantastic blog called Candy that features a lot of great short films for the whole family. My favorite was one called Welcome to My Life, about the everyday life of a monster, and I thought that was super fantastic, very clever. It was an integration of animation and real life, and it was really, really good. So Atlanta Film Festival does a great job of doing a lot of inclusive videos that you can bring the whole family to. The big draw to the Atlanta Film Festival is, of course, the films. I had the opportunity to see some really great ones. Here are my top 5. Number 5, The Art of the Prank, a great documentary about known prankster Joey Skaggs.
Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Joey Skaggs.
When Joey was asked to be on To Tell the Truth, he not only didn't stand up,
With a real Joey Skaggs, please stand up.
he didn't even show up. For 40 years, Skaggs has managed to fool all the media all the time.
6 Fat Squad commandos.
Commandos will force you to lose your weight.
Are here now, this morning, live, to maintain tight security around our Good Morning America refrigerator while we talk to the leader and the founder, Joe Bones.
As a prankster, I'm always have my guard up in general, especially when I hear Joey's name.
Our next guest on Live at 5 is a man with a mission. He is the head of a group called Metamorphosis, and he thinks that cockroaches are very important to all of us.
People want an easy answer. They want a pill, the magic pill.
Sue and I are delighted to welcome Dr. Joseph Gregor to Live at 5. Doctor, it's nice to have you with us.
You run a brothel for dogs.
A brothel for dogs. The first stage is the hook. Secondly is the line.
A group of New Yorkers is trying to drum up public support for some proposed rules for walking.
The line is when I do it, I hire press clipping services to get the newspaper stories, the radio stories, the TV services, to collect it, to see where it's going.
If anyone at the convention's feeling guilty about something they may have done, they don't have to go far to confess their sins. A man who calls himself Father William has mounted a portable confessional booth on his bicycle.
Which is what I did. And then thirdly, is the sinker. When I feel it's gotten far enough, I reveal the truth.
Embarrassed, which is what CNN is right now.
We've learned his invention was all a big hoax, and we fell for it.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Joey takes it to the limit.
What I do is I make social political commentary, social political statements.
What was he doing 25 years ago? He was hoaxing major networks and major news organizations. What is he doing today? Same thing.
And hopefully I make people think, and I hope I make them laugh.
And finally, if we pay attention, we say,
Oh, I get it.
There's something in all of us that wants to go, fuck you. and a good prank is a fuck you.
Number 4, The Fundamentals of Caring, starring Paul Rudd and Selena Gomez.
You must be Mr. Benjamin.
Hi.
Can you tell me about some of your previous clients?
Trevor would be my first client.
My child has a unique sense of humor.
You know anything?
Could you call the Make-A-Wish Foundation and tell them I want a blowjob from Katy Perry?
He wakes at the same time every day. He watches TV at the same time every day. He eats at the same time every day. 2 waffles, 1 sausage.
Did you arrange these to look like large testicles and a small penis?
Yep.
Did you bring the divorce papers?
I'm not ready, Janet.
It's been 2.5 years. What's the magic number where you wake up and you're finally ready?
What's the thing you'd want to do most if you were totally fine?
This is a map of your country's lamest roadside attractions. The world's deepest pit, world's biggest bovine.
What makes you think I would let you take my son on a road trip?
I won't let anything happen to your son.
Get rid of Slim Jim? Buy it to the James? Isn't that what they say in your country?
Check it out, man. The world's biggest bovine. You good?
Yeah, you? Do.
Should we give her a ride? Hi there. My name's Ben.
Are you a pervert?
I'm not a pervert.
That's exactly what a pervert would say.
I'm Dot.
Trevor.
You 2 perverts got room for 1 more?
I feel like windows roll down. I want to go and see my father. He left when I was 3.
Hi.
We need Bob. Tell him it's Trevor. And if that doesn't jog his memory, say he's in a wheelchair. And if that doesn't jog his memory, say he's your son.
And if that doesn't jog his memory, say you're an enormous dick.
I can't have you getting too close to Trevor. I can't have you making promises you can't keep.
Are you asking me on a date?
Yes, I am.
You're not my father, okay?
I'm trying to help you.
No, you're not. This is not about me. It's about you.
I'm gonna call the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I'll get Katy Perry to meet us at a motel. What song do you want her to sing while she's doing you?
Fireworks.
Number 3, Gina the Joneses. From writer-director Stella McGee and starring Sherry Shepherd, this film revolves around a family in chaos after the estranged patriarch dies on their doorstep. Number 2, Good Old Boy. A fantastic family film starring Jason Lee. Taking place in 1979, an Indian family moves to America with hopes of living the American dream. While their 10-year-old boy Smith falls head over heels for the girl next door, his desire to become a good old boy propels him further away from his family's ideals. Number 1, The Witness, a stellar documentary examining the facts of a 1964 New York City murder.
Exactly what was it you heard?
Save me, save me.
Didn't this frighten you or shock you?
No.
I was 16 when my sister Kitty was murdered in New York City. For years, I avoided the details of that night, but it's worse not knowing the truth. The Times story was seen as proof that New York City was uncaring, and my sister's been the symbol of bystander apathy for decades.
No one investigated the 38, no one followed up on it or anything of that nature?
Was it worth all the attention it got, or was it a media creation?
It's a fascinating story, and undoubtedly sold newspapers.
I heard somebody saying, help, help. I called the police.
You called the police?
Always.
The story doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm sick of listening to people tell you 38 people stood by and watched. That's not so.
It really doesn't take a lot to kill a person, I guess.
Maybe we could start it off by talking about what it is you're trying to accomplish by having a meeting with Winston Moseley.
Choices that he made in his life were all related to the fact that no one helped his sister. And if he knows the truth, that's a peacefulness.
At what point are you going to be satisfied?
50 years later, we're still talking about Kitty.
I can't stop until I feel like it's over.
Yeah,
like
when is it over?
I'll know when it's over.
The aspect of the 38 witnesses and the stories claiming 38 eyewitnesses was the reason why it became a worldwide phenomenon and was tried. People attempted to try in many different ways, psychological studies, etc., to explain it. But what were we trying to do with that was, for me, it was like, how can an audience be subjected to the information we're giving them and not let them try to understand what it was really like that night in terms of people, okay, maybe 38 people didn't see, but could 38 people hear? I take an empirical view. I'll let Jim talk from his point of view. And I was like, okay, we need to have cameras here, cameras there, many microphones in many of the apartments.
Be sure to bring your business cards. You're going to meet a lot of folks, and you're going to want to stay connected. I ran into Atlanta-based filmmaker Edward Reed, who was kind enough to talk to me about his new series, 64/8.
Right now, I've been doing 64/8. We're in post-production. $64 for 8 hours of work, and then you get overtime. So that's what the extras get paid, which is, barely, living wage. And a lot of people do it, and they barely survive, but they do it because they love to be in the entertainment industry.
They actually pay animals more than us.
That's true. There's a magic when you're in that industry, and when they feel it, they feel it's worth to do that. It's worth it to do that. Some people feel that the director might see them and they might be the next big star.
I need you to be the banana.
I'm to play Mario Lopez's fiance.
There's never just been, oh, that's the one I want. I'm bringing them on now. They're going to be a star. It's never happened. So I've seen somebody been given a line, but it was just a small line, and that was just one time out of over a year of being on set. So that was the biggest thing, and everyone was so excited and jealous, especially. When I really think about dynamics, you would have, like I was saying, the people that come there. You have the people who are new at it, and they're really interested in thinking that they're going to be chosen, and they're so excited and so thrilled to be on set. And when they see somebody who's famous, it's just it's the biggest thing to them. You have kind of the veterans who are just almost worn out, or at that point, or they know everybody on set too, and they're almost like famous extras, sort of like that. You have the people who are always just negative, complaining about everything, and then they come back anyway. You have just the weirdos, people like that. You have your creepers that come on set as well. They always seem to stalk the set. So they'll tell you they're the producers, they're the ones who are big time, and they'll tell the younger girls that they're, they have connections, but they're still an extra. But all of these characters I was able to try and kind of make into almost like a stereotype or characterization on 64/8 to give an idea to the general public as well as the extra who's been on set, to kind of make it humorous as well as darkly humorous, as an idea of what's going on set. Not just general, but I tried to make it, you do have a stalker, you do have the slacker, you do have the newbie. All of them are like put into one character. But the way that I found out doing this is you have to start initially with a good story. You have to have a great story, and then once you have the great story, people will follow you.
Chicken check, yo! You were next.
I had an unbelievably amazing time during the Atlanta Film Festival. I met a lot of great people, saw some fantastic films, and went to some truly spectacular parties. If you have the opportunity to come to Atlanta and experience the Atlanta Film Festival, I cannot recommend it enough. It's truly an amazing event.
You already know.